Now I'm live. I know I'm live now because I made a few corrections. Let me make one more check. Welcome, 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 my friends. Welcome. It's a pleasure to be before you. My name is Anthony Milton, and you are listening to me, following up the discussion, following up the series of messages I'll be posting on my YouTube page. If you like what you heard, just simply go to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button in the right-hand corner, saying you like it. If you like what you heard, share with other people, other friends, and allow them to have an opportunity to hear what you say. Heard. For those of you who new to this series of message, I want to just recap briefly. Excuse me, get some water. I started this series in wake of had 3 situations, 3 encounters, and I said, well, it'd be an interesting topic to discuss. I'm not promoting divorces. I'm not promoting breaking up. I am promoting educational, informative video to allow you to check, allow you to examine yourself. I like to use myself in these examples because I won't be offending anyone if they heard something that I said, oh, you're talking about me. So it's not about me talking about you. It's me sharing what I've been led to share. I recall when I was growing up, I was responding in relationship based on what I thought, what I feel, what was in it for me, and doing things I knew I should have done better. Blazing the trail of dating this person, that person, this person, that person. Sometimes I consider myself some type of dog, which, probably was, been told that. But I was selectively dating. I never dated one woman, 2 or 3 at the same time. I put my interest in one. So these messages is also for me too. So it's my hope by using myself to express my fears, my insecurities, my lack of understanding. I had to learn from what I experienced involving myself in relationship with other people, because I realized that in order for me to be a better person in a relationship, I must learn about myself. I must think about how I treat and how I behave when it comes to women. So I thought about the topic, Black women. It can go across other racial women, but Black women deserve better when it comes to us men, Black men, who pursue them. Some men will pursue them with the intention of getting married. Some men will pursue a woman just the intention of sleeping and having sex with them, and having sex with multiple women, lie and deceive, marry them, get them pregnant, and then claim it's not theirs. And then they go to the other woman who heard about his last relationship, and he lies to her and say, oh, it's not my baby. She's trying to trap me, whatever it may be. She believes the lie, and then she starts dating him, and then he pregnant her, and then he leaves her and goes to another. So he leaves a baby trail, a lot of baby mama drama trails behind. And one woman told me, she said, it'd be nice if we Black women would simply tell these Black men, no, I refuse to engage in a sexual relationship before I'm married. I want to get to know you. I want to know your strengths and your weakness, your goals, your desires. And I thought about that as pertaining to me, that we all must have a desire, a goal, a dream, a vision. And sometimes when we get in relationship, we don't even consider that. We always consider what's in it for me, how I can benefit, how I can capitalize on this particular issue. And for those who may say, well, Anthony, who are you to tell me about relationships? You've been married and divorced, and you have been dating and not dating. Presently now I'm not dating by choice because I met a lot of females and my friends, one very good friend, knowing me when I was little, said that I always end up involving myself with females that want something from you. They're not willing to give. And I had to learn the hard way, and that's the truth. We as men and women should not involve ourselves in a relationship where the person is only in the relationship because of what they can get from us. And then when they don't get from us the thing they expect to get from us, what do? They simply just go the other way and refuse to be involved with us, don't have anything to do with us. They just do their own thing. So it ought not to be that. It should be where the person should say, you know what, I want to have a relationship with my spouse in a manner that they understand me, not in a manner where, I'm not understood. It should be about what that person, what do they bring into relationship? What do they bring into relationship with me? Some say go to church and you find a good Christian woman. Yeah, you may, but you have to sift through a lot of Christian women to find the one that want to follow godly virtues. I recall dating, talking to someone, and they liked me and I liked them. But going to church and whatever, I'm trying to get to know God as I know Him, as I should know Him. And they say, well, ask me a series of questions about what do you think about sex out of marriage and blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And I told them that I was not interested in having sex out of marriage because I've been there and done that. And they say, well, wow, I never met a man that want to just date and wait and see what will happen in a relationship. And they admire that. But and we started talking and getting to know one another, and they start testing me by saying certain things or saying, well, I can't date a man if I can't hug and kiss, and especially have sex with him in the bed because I want to see how you put out. Then my solution, what if I give you AIDS? What if I give you disease? What if I get you pregnant? And they say, yeah, but I know all that is true, but I'm just the one to better express my emotions and feelings. And I say, well, I appreciate your concern, but I've been there, done that. I don't want to do that. It's like the more you engage in a sexual relationship out of marriage, it really, what's next? It's just having sex, going to the store, buying groceries. If you're living together, or you're hanging out together, doing certain things, you still have something missing within. So going to church to meet a godly man or a godly woman doesn't necessarily work out, because if it's meant for you to date someone, then someone will come across your path that you don't have to explain anything to them. Certain things will just pop to the surface. Wow, that person could be my girl. And that happened to me recently. I met a young lady who did not want to date, and they finally ended up dating someone else. But when I was talking to them, they showed me concern that I thought, wow, I wish I had a relationship like that. They was concerned about me. They were concerned about my hobbies, my skill, my writing, my whatever I shared with them. They was concerned about it. It was a genuine concern that I never experienced in a relationship. It's not, it's a relationship where the woman was concerned about me, concerned about what I was doing, my goals, my dreams. Give me encouraging words, give me suggestions. And it's very rare that I have met women that have said it. They may say it in a way, but it's not genuine. And they're only concerned about themselves, what you can do for them, how they want to be with you because they don't want to be single or whatever. They don't come in relationships and let's get to know each other, not based on what I want, not based on what they had experienced other men. And then they come into a new relationship and then they want to apply what they learned, which is good, but it's not good. I remember talking to a young lady many, many years ago. She said, Anthony, listen to me. I don't care what your ex-wife or girlfriend done to you in the past, but let us build a relationship based on the foundation that you and I created together, not by what someone else did to you or did not do. But let us build our own foundation, and then we can grow from there. I said, okay, thank you. And that was new. I never experienced it. So when you meet a woman or a man, natural things will take off that you don't even have to explain or even have to ask. And that's when you know you got, excuse me, that's when you know that you met someone. But I found out in life that a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to accept the truth. They won't consider the truth. They hold on to bag luggage. They hold the past. If you dated someone and you break up They don't want to be your friend anymore, which is their choice. Or if you talk to them again, they've used the past to justify not to even consider you. They hold the things in the past about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, not allowing you, not allowing both of you to get to know each other. It's all about them, about what you did to them. So the title of this message that I have created, I call A Boy and a Man. I have been a boy in relationships, and I can admit that. Most men will not admit because I'm a man kind of thing. They won't admit their weaknesses. They will always try to, let me see, showcase their strength, but not say, I cried the other night, not because I cried because of a death in the family, but I cried because of the relationship I'm in. I'm being physically and emotionally abused by my wife. Or a boy in a relationship, a woman is dating a boy who she loves him, she cares about him, because maybe she's dating him because she's insecure within herself and she didn't have a father figure in the household. And he's saying the right thing to her. And then I said in the last message, it's called hobosexual. A hobosexual male is a male who have found a woman who has a car, 2 or 3 jobs, going to college, has her own apartment. So he said the right thing to her. He withholds certain information. He said the right thing to her to move into her apartment because he don't want to be homeless. And when he's in a home, when he's in the household with her, he don't do anything. He's not even working. He don't even have a legal job. But he said, baby, I love you. I care about you. You make me feel this way. Figure sexual solve the problem. But yet she's complaining about his attitude because she allowed herself to allow a hobo man sexual reason into her home, and now it's going to be hard to get rid of him, get out. So women, be careful when you meet a man. Think twice before you engage in a sexual relationship. Think twice before you move that man into your house, because when you get him in your house, what he going to do? Even there are married women in the sound of my voice, even when I was working as a police officer, that living in a relationship with a hobo sexual husband who refuse to do the thing they need to do, the surrounding the neighborhood, the upkeeping, spending time with the children, doing homework, cooking meals from time to time, doing the things that a man is required to, not becoming a man, not becoming a woman as a man, not speaking sexual, but stand up and have a character and determination to show his wife that he is the breadwinner for her, not that she got to work 2 or 3 jobs, and in doing so, he is living off the fruit of her labor. So this woman who's married could be in a hobo sexual relationship with her husband because he has decided he's not going to do anything to improve on the marriage. They've been together for a long time. So she's stuck with me, and she's not putting out whatever putting out is sexually. He goes and get him a girlfriend, and he just feels as long as he pays the bill, it shuts her up. So he don't want to go because he knows he's going to be homeless. You have a lot of older men out there leaving their wives of 30, 40 years because they want to date a younger woman. And then they go around sagging their pants or wearing earrings in the nose or wearing earrings in the face. And they come to think of it, we need to improve ourselves, man. And I was thinking about before I logged on, I was saying, wow, I have been told and have seen that Black people are considered that don't have an identity. We have identity with slaves. That's good. We can learn from slavery. But beyond that, what are we known for? A Black person eats French fries, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, chicken, seafood ball, chicken with hot sauce. And you got white politicians will go into the Black church and say, yeah, talking and belittling us as they become one of us. And then some that I've seen on TV and heard of, sop it up like biscuit and soup plate. We should not allow ourselves to be used by, women, you should not allow yourself to be used by a man. You should not allow yourself to be used by a woman. You should not let your children turn you into the child and you become the adult. You should focus on, yes, if your child is under 18, they're under your authority, living in your household. They do not make the rules. They don't come and go as they want. They don't do, like Mom, I want you to meet my boyfriend. Excuse me, boyfriend? You on the age. I remember when I was dating, I met this young lady. She said, you got to see my dad before you date me. So I went to his house, regretfully. He said, what are your intentions? What were your intentions? This is what you can and cannot do. Did I listen? Not really. Did she listen? No, she did not. So today in time, right now, we got teenagers under the age of 18 are deciding to date on their own without telling their parents if they're coming from a single father home, and then end up getting pregnant. And when a child is still in school and get pregnant, her life is messed up. Yes, mess up. And I'm not saying run to abortion clinic. No, her life is getting. Her life is messed up. Finish school, get pregnant, have dreams, meet some young man who destroy her dream, and now she got to raise a child. And that's sad. And being a Black person, when you speak the truth, people don't want to hear the truth. They refuse to accept the truth. They want, oh, he look good, she look good, he got a nice body, she got a nice body. But that body gonna become jello as the age and the face go old, becoming years. When we look in the mirror of self, we have to say, what do I want? What do I want? What can I bring to the table in a relationship? Or should I begin to date? Am I ready to date? If I see my life as a revolving door relationship, I need to stop. So women who are married, recognize, are you married to a boy? Did you marry a boy and you know he was a boy? You accept him, figure that you can change him, and you have not changed him. Women who are dating right now, are you dating a boy because he let you have your way? He give you all that you want, whatever is all that you want. And when he speak up or say no, or he express his feeling, you say that he's arguing and you don't have nothing to do with him. Women, are you dating more than one man? Because like this lady said, I got two men, one lacking one ear and one have strength. So she date two to become one. I said, wow, that is kind of weird. So welcome, Kay. So we are Black individuals need to begin to think. So I was thinking back in the day when I was growing up, TV used to go off early. We didn't have phones, cell phones, internet. We stayed close to home. And I always had to learn through trial and error, learn through my grandmother. I learned from dating other women, learning. But yet, I would consider myself a dog. When a dog sees another dog, what do he do? The dog will sniff another dog, rear end. When a man sees a woman, what do? He look at her, rear end. We should not be looking at a woman rear end to determine she's for me. We should listen to how, talk to her and have a communication. And a lot of us are afraid to say, don't know how to communicate with a woman. So a Black female, as I would say, deserve more than what she get from Black men. Black men need to step up to the plate and be a man and not a boy in the relationship. And I know it might, like I said in the beginning, you may take offense to say, man, I'm not no boy. And if you're not a boy and you're a man, then praise God. Listen to the last two messages that I say. If you see yourself in this message in any error, then say, I need to work on that. You may be married right now, but are you really happy? Are you married and you got a sweetie on the side? Are you married and you got a booty call person on the side? Are you married and you're committing adultery? Are you married and just simply unhappy? Are you married and want to get a divorce but don't want to get a divorce because you fall into that category that I call you become a homosexual? You know that you are married, and if you move and break up the relationship, where are you going to stay? Mom, dad, homie, cousin, brother, so on and so. So you become homeless. So you stay in a relationship instead of working on bettering the relationship. You are living in the mindset that I don't want to be homeless. So I'm going to just play the game to have a place to stay. In both parties, the woman don't want to be homeless, the man don't want to be homeless, nobody wants to go to counseling, and you have a homosexual relationship for the time being, hoping that if you flip the coin that it may come down and this day you will have a good day. So there's a difference between dating a man and dating a boy. Like I said, There have been times that I would consider me a boy, only think about having sex or how many girls you can have or what the case may be. So and I thought about it, I say, wow, prior to Martin Luther King's death, people could get on the radio and TV and always listen for a speech that he said. Now we can go on the internet and look at his past speeches to inspire us, to encourage us. In today's climate, do we have any Black individuals that we can say, wow, that person is saying what I want to hear? Or do we have Black individuals saying stuff that benefits them? Because when you start speaking the truth, say if I have 100 people in front of me and I start speaking the truth, the unadulterated truth, like this woman called herself off the chain kind of truth. Well, if I'm speaking the truth, how many people are those 100 going to leave? Because they all know that's not for me. Maybe 50, maybe 75, maybe all of them, I just have one. So when you speak the truth, people don't want to hear the truth because they require them to look in the mirror of self. So you who are married, you who are dating, ask yourself the question. Call into question. Am I dating a boy? Or am I dating a boy, marry a boy, or about to be marrying a boy? And is it too late? And I remember when I was dating and I was in the church about to be married about to be married. And I heard a voice, don't marry that woman. I said, wow, don't marry that woman. Where did that come from? I did not listen. And guess what? I am getting a divorce. Not because the divorce I got, divorces not because of sexual encounter with other women or making adultery, have committed adultery. It was between we didn't get along. And the person said to me that our marriage did not work because we went to church, we played church, but we were not into church. Because if you are married or you're getting married and you go to church, is there a difference in your life? Is there a difference in your behavior while attending church? You know, people say, well, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in church. You know, our mindset when we go to church, our thinking should be totally different from the world, totally different. And so I was thinking, since the death of Martin Luther King, you know, you may have Black people on TV and radio, they may say encouraging word, but do we have that one or two or three individuals that we know that we guarantee that person may make us mad, but they're going to say and tell us the truth? No. So why do Anthony Milton do the things he do and say the things he say? If you go to my YouTube channel, Hidden Tears of Black Male, and scroll all the videos, 99% of them spontaneous. My friend told me, he said, Anthony, I'd be scared to say the things you're saying because I don't want to be known. I don't want people to talk about me. He said, but one thing I noticed about your messages, it's not pre-recorded. You just come out there and just say it. And I said, wow, I don't really think about it. But why I'm doing it? Because I recognize I've been married, I'm divorced, I have grandkids, I have girls, and I've done the life of sinning, and I'm perfect. No, do I still sin? Yes. But I always want to say, recognize that I have more to give to those who need and those who want and those who succeed. Everything that happened to us for a reason, to draw out our strength, to draw out our weaknesses so we can work on the areas where we need to work on. We must look in the mirror of self. Yeah, you might look good. My thing is the cover of the book may look good, but it's a table of contents I want to get to know. See what's in your mind, see how you communicate. So we as Black men need to step up to the plate because Black women deserve better. A Black woman will have 3 jobs, do the best she can, get a business, start a business, do all she can to provide for herself, have a home, have a car, have all these things. And you got some men out there see that and they want to ride on her coattail. They want to be a part of that and didn't even do nothing to contribute. So he may be homeless, so he said the right thing and she believe it because she may be lonely, she may be this and that. So she invited him into the household. He said, oh, baby, I want to marry you. He married you because there's things that you offering to him, but he don't want to get a job. And he comes home with money. He goes, wait, how you get money? Because he may be doing something illegal that's not lawful. So women, you deserve better. Don't date a boy. Recognize the difference, like I said in the last message, a boy and a man. Take time out. It's not about how good he's in bed, how good he's look, his car, his hair, his smile, whatever. No, recognize, is he for you? And I always throw this out to people. If I say, you in love? Yeah, I'm in love. Or I'm getting married. Oh, really? Why are you getting married? Define what you mean by love. But before you answer my question, don't say he do this, he does that, he look good. Don't say anything about the person to define what you mean by I'm in love. Don't say anything about the person when you say you're going to marry him. And most people go like, wow, they can't answer. So your happiness, your togetherness, your future success should not be solely based on him. Yes, gonna be time you're gonna hang out with your girlfriend, that's normal. He's gonna hang out with his friend, that's normal. It should not be where he hang out with his friend, and then when you want to hang out, he get mad. That's a boy. It should not be where he can do whatever he wants to because he's a man, but yet the woman want to do something just very natural and common, and he gets mad. That is a boy because he's insecure in the first place. He's insecure in the first place. And I recall going on a police call, the woman was getting beat up by her boyfriend. Excuse me. A shacking up man. I said, ma'am, you need to leave this man alone. But he loves me. He loves me. He loves me. I said, how do you define love every time he's beating you up and have to call an ambulance? The last time I saw this woman, she's dead now, he beat up with a pogo stick, one of those things to jump on. Because he would go out with his homie whenever he want to. She would dress up and go out. And that particular night, they fought and he killed him. I think he stabbed with a knife. He went to prison. All because she thought that his abuse was a sign of love. Because I'm quite sure I wasn't the only one saying, you need to leave that man alone because he's going to kill you. And when a man hits you for the first time, you can bet there are going to be other moments where he's going to hit, well, you made me do it. No, how did I make you hit me? You got your hand, you got your mind. You forced me to do it. No, I did not force you. So nobody can force us to do anything. We can justify they force us to do it. We can say they made us do it, but we decide, I think I would do this. I think I would do that. And then we get in trouble. So we are responsible for everything that we have done. We may have done it because we enjoy the pleasure of it, the financial gain, the pain, and think about it. Relationship does bring pain and pleasure. You may have pain on Monday and pleasure on Tuesday. So you have the up and down relationship. So I was thinking, if we are a race of people, we'll just step back and say, I want to make a difference in my life. And another person, I'm going to make a difference in my life. And then change, and then we eventually have a group of people, and word will get out, man, that, you got to come up to the plate when it comes to relationship with a woman. If you sagging, I made a t-shirt, no sagging here. Women should wear shirts around and say, no sagging here. Simple. Grown men, young boys, no sagging here. What if there come a time where you see men wearing dresses? You may think it's laugh, but think about it. No sagging here. I met women that say they don't like to see our black men wearing their pants below their waist, very low, that they got to hold it up and walk a certain way. And they say, yeah, I know the history, but that's not me. But do you really know the history? History is back in slavery days when the young black men was cutting up or doing whatever. I'm a picture, they had let's say a cookout, and they had a tree stump in the middle of the plantation. They called this black male over, made him rip his pants down, and they all sodomized this black male. So what did they do they made that person wear his trousers below his waist. So when he walked through the plantation, they call it a form of bucking. You Google it, you see bucking, where black slaves was raped and sodomized by their slave owners. And you got black men willingly doing right now, wearing their pants below their waist, saying, I'm not that, and I'm representing in this cool. Excuse me? I said, what if someone get out of prison after 20 years and see you walking down the street with your pants below your waist? What do you think going to happen? They're going to think that you are available, and they're going to buck you. So the question is, we need to be careful in the things that we do. So as a black race of people, I feel we can do better, men, when it comes to relationship. Quit leaving baby mama drama. Quit leaving all these women behind with all these babies saying it's not mine. I know men will go to jail, work at the table, they avoid paying child support. Women, black women deserve better. She don't need a boy. She doesn't need to be married to a boy. She needs a man who knows how to treat a relationship, how to handle a relationship. So I went on the internet and I said, I'm gonna see if I can find something that's going off my thinking. So I found something, the difference between a boy and the men you marry. So men, as I said before, if you see yourself in it, say, amen, I'm gonna do better. If you see that you're a boy and you're married, say, I'm gonna do better. Women, if you recognize that you are dating a boy and you kind of looking the other way because he's good and bad, whatever that is, and he got money and whatever. If you were living in a situation, men and women, that you want to get out, begin to pray, begin to think differently, and eventually get out of it. So don't beat yourself up. So when I came across it, say, the kind of man you marry, say, I love you and I'm sorry. He genuinely feels that way. He never hesitates to be one say it first. He never hesitates to be the one to say it first. If boy you date, say those things when the apology will get you off his case. I love you. I love you, baby. I didn't mean to do that. She said, oh, okay, you love me. A man say, baby, I recognize that I did wrong tonight. You know, if you are married, give you an example. If you are married and your husband come home or your wife come home and they're inside the house, the first thing should be out of your mouth, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. How are you doing today here, baby? How was your day? How was work? Anything you need me to do for you? You know, tell me anything I need to know that we need that's around the household. That is, don't walk in the house, slam the door, go to your room, put your thing down, and say, where's my food? I'm hungry. You know, you've been sitting here all day, you know, playing video games. Why you didn't go to work? Why you didn't answer the phone? Why you didn't answer your text or something like that? That is not a relationship. That is a relationship that's going downhill. So a man will recognize, and he said, I love you and I'm sorry. He genuinely feels that way and never hesitated to be the one to say it first. And man you marry will ask you out. A man you marry said, baby, I want to go out tonight. Where do you think we should go? I got some extra money. I think let's go to this place that we never tried. Oh, really? Let's go. Boy say, hey, let's go hang out. A boy will say, let's go hang out tonight. Where we going? I don't know. Let's go to Burger King or McDonald's. Let's go hang out in the park. It might tell, let's go hang out somewhere to have sex. So a boy will say, let's hang out. A man will say, make his intention known by saying, let's go out on a date, a movie night. The kind of man you marry knows the art of treating someone to a night out and realize that he should do so not because he's a man, it's his masculine responsibility, but because everyone deserves to be treated well and swept off their feet. The kind of boy you date won't think of these gestures are important. Boy won't think about your feelings or your desire and your needs. He just if you say, oh, let's go out. I don't care where you go out. Let's just go out. You go out, you're driving, you leave home, you're married. He gets in the car first, hit the lot, you get in. God forbid if it's raining, he's going to get in the car first. You have to get in last. A man will go outside. I actually saw this a couple weeks ago. This woman was looking out the mirror and she said, look at this. This man does this every day. He pick up his wife. He takes her bags. He walks into the car. He opens the passenger door. He opens the back passenger door. He put all her belongings in the back seat. He closed it. He takes off her jacket. He helps her get in the car. He closed the door. He opened the door, put her jacket. He drives off. I said, do your husband treat you that way? She said, no. I wish he would. A boy would simply say, get in the car, let's go. So a man will recognize, well, he will have it built within him. It don't have to be something that he taught. You will know if it's genuine. I remember opening the door when I gave a fellow student a ride. She was shocked that I opened the car door for her. You know, I was sitting in the car and I said, wait a minute, Anthony. You've been teaching and telling people that when a man pick up a woman, you should open the car door for them. So how can you say and not do the same thing? So when I picked them up to go to school, because I was going in the same direction, no dating and nothing like that, I opened the passenger door, and I could tell that she never had, or maybe had, or maybe heard of it, a man open the door for her. And most women have not experienced that. A simple thing, and even when you go to the store and he open the door for you and let you in, he go out. Even when you're walking down the street, he's on the outside and not on the inside. Even when you're walking through the mall and he's holding your hand, which most men won't do because they don't want to end up talking to someone on the next day and I saw you walking the mall holding somebody's hand and they have to lie. So a man won't do those things. A man would do those things, but a boy would not. You have things like reading, love of nature, music, politics, and religion. You have something common with your man. You have things like drinking and talking about people from high school and where you end up with a boy you date. You talk about the things that you experience in life. You have common issues. You have common goals, common dreams. You know what it takes to make relationship works. But when you date a boy, they only care about what they can get from you, how you benefit them, when they're going to get it. All they have to do is say, I love you, to shut you up. All they have to do is say something to make you please you, to make you feel good. You say, oh, he loves me, you say this, that. But saying I love you will be quickly shown by the lack of any actions. And no one can say I love you and really mean it. I'm sorry, in order for someone to say I love you, you must see it in their behavior. So it goes to the kind of man you marry doesn't seek out for his own. He doesn't want you because he wants sex, someone to show his family, someone to wrap his arms around at the end of the day. The kind of boy you date was lonely, needed something to sleep with regularly, or needed to get his family off his case. Some boys would date just to get his family off his case. Some boys would date just to feel that he's a man, believe he's a man because of his insecurity, he may just date. But a man would not date you for those reasons. He would not date you as a convenience to show his family, oh, I met so-and-so. No, he will date you because he wants to date you for what he feels, not because what you mean to him. The man you marry sticks around no matter how messy things get. The boy you date is one who uses you as his disapproval, who seems to come and go when it's convenient for him. And this is true. Women move in a hobosexual male. He comes back maybe 2 or 3 days later, and she says, where you been? I've been out with the fellas. Excuse me? You supposed to be my man. You and I'm dating. We living in the same household. You're not responding to the call. You're not responding to the text. And you coming in whenever you want to. And he said, baby, get off my case. I'm out there trying to do the best I can. I told you where I was at. Shut up, all up. Like that kind of stuff. And a man doesn't behave that way. A man is concerned with the woman. He's concerned with his wife. He sticks around no matter what. If times are hard in a marital relationship, both people should get together and say, how can we perform, how we can make this relationship much better than what it is right now? What do I need to do to make this relationship work? I can't go by my looks for a long time because I'm going to get old and have wrinkles. I must do the best that I can to provide for me. And if we have kids, I must do better. So black women, you deserve better. And black men, you deserve better too. Don't settle for any woman, which is another topic. Don't settle for anybody just to be somebody in a relationship. Recognize your weakness and your strength. The kind of man you marry wants to go. The kind of man you marry wants to go. Or I won't say that one. The kind of man you marry is really okay. This one say the kind of man you marry will do what it needs in the bed sexually, as long as you're not hanging off a wall or something. A boy is only about releasing himself. You get my picture. The 1 second, the 2 second is over with. A man will, before he has sex with a woman, he will do certain things throughout the day, maybe throughout the week before he have. You may not heard this. If you are arguing, man or woman, and the argument has not been solved, and you go to bed together, don't think if you engage in a sexual relationship that tomorrow the argument will be erased. No, because time you bring it into, what do you mean? I thought the argument, oh, we had good sex last night, and now you bring this mess up. No, the argument and sex has nothing to do with it. So when a man says, oh, you don't want to put out, and she says, go ahead, just take it. That man is simply, for all intents and purposes, just masturbating on you. You laying in the bed, this boy on top of you, want to satisfy his desire, then he finished, he get mad that you're not calling his name or doing whatever, and then he get mad. The argument is still there. A man will say, you know what, I'm not going to have sex with her tonight. I'm not going to have sex until we resolve this issue. It's not about me. I'm not concerned about me. I'm not concerned about me being released. I'm going to be concerned about improving our relationship. Sex is almost like I'm hungry. I'm going to my favorite drive-through, my favorite grocery store, buy the item, eat it, and that's it. I'm satisfied. Sex should not be like that. The man you marry will understand the body fully stick aside, the hair natural, shaved, personal choice, not a requirement, alignment, doing certain things. The boy you date, they kind of gross you out. You know he had these issues, you know he had these issues before you allow him to move into your house, before you start dating him. If you were dating a man who say he's single, say he's divorced or separated from his wife, and you can never go to his house, you need to call into question, are he living with his homies? Or he is divorced? Or me and my wife are separated, but we sleep in separate beds. You shouldn't be involved with that man in first. He's still married. Or he's still married. She's still married. We need to wake up from marrying boys and marrying little girls. That's another topic I need to address too. Just started that one. Whether or not they receive your family complete approval. The boy you date is disrespectful right back. A boy you date can be very disrespectful, especially if you allow this homosexual to move into your house and you giving him money for gas and money for clothes and money to have in his pocket, and he's not working, he's living off the fruit of your labor, and yet when you express your concern that, can you make up the bed, can you clean the house, can you do something around here, and he jumping off the chain, jumping in your face by being disrespectful, something's wrong with this picture. Something's wrong with that picture. You need to call into question, wait a minute, I don't deserve this. I deserve better. If I have to be alone for 20 years, I will be alone for 20 years until I meet the right man, the man that's for me, that we have both in common. The man you would marry is the one who will change his mind. I'm sorry, the man you marry is the one who will change his mind about marriage and having kids. The boy you date is the one who said neither. I date you, but I'm not married. I'll date you, but I don't have no kids. I date you, but I'm not using a condom. Well, what if you get me pregnant? Well, you know, it said it protect you. A man you marry will say, you know, I don't want no kids. You know, let us get married. You know, and then, you know, we can get kids in the long run. You said, okay, I marry you, and knowing that you want kids. And then he discovered that you get pregnant from him, then another topic will come up that you cheated him, you deceived him, you told him that you was on a pill, you told him you were taking some form of protection, and yet it's your fault. So a man, when you get pregnant, when a woman get pregnant from a man, and he's told her that he don't, maybe she don't ask. So in relationship things, people should ask. Don't assume. Ask. Simply ask, a yes or no. Don't assume he's thinking or she thinking like you, because you may find out if you commit to something that you think I call it this way. This is an example. You want to do something with your husband or your future husband, Instead of you asking them the question, do you want to do this or that? You in your mind ask the question to yourself, you give yourself the answer, and then you meet them or talk to them, then you get mad and feel disgusted, and he's like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Because you assume that he's going to say yes, he's going to say no based on prior experiences. And that ought to be so. You need to just take each and day as it comes. The man you marry will know how to cook, do his own laundry, have a saving account, wear a tailored shirt, be comfortable in his sexuality or gender performance, be confident whether he wants kids or a house or a farm or a condo. But a boy will be unsure. A boy will only be concerned with the homosexual relationship. He'd only be homeless. So he deceive and do whatever to move into the house with that woman who provided for herself and the kids. And especially, those not my kids, why I need to take care of them. Those not my kids, why I need to go out with them. Those not my kids, why I need to be involved. So you got women right now that allow a man, a homosexual man, to move into her house who's a boy with a mindset, and she has kids that don't even want to take up time to be with that woman kids. And I must admit, some kids gonna be, you're not my dad. But if the woman support the husband, the future husband or her husband, and sit that child down and discuss them with them, the key is communication. Lack of it causes problems. You would never have to question whether or not the man you marry loves you. The boy you date will never give you that feeling of assertion. The boy you date will never make you feel comfortable that you married him. You come home, and it's like not coming to a home. It's like you dating a mommy's boy. The mommy took care of him. He don't know how to tie his shoes, figuratively speaking. He don't know how to cook food. He don't know how to cook. He don't, to go into a house, you marry men, and you see the house need some cleaning or fixing up, in or outside, and the common sense don't ring into your head and say, I'm married to this woman. What if my friends and family members come to the house? Do I feel that my house is appropriate for them to come in? No. So I'm going to do things I need to do to make my house a house. It don't have to be Richie like. It can be clean. So men and women, men and women, those of you in the sound of my voice, begin to understand the difference between dating a man, dating a boy, marrying a man, and soon to be married to a boy. It's the mindset of the individual. Think about the things that you heard since you joined this message. I recommend you leave and go listen to the other two messages that I say, women, you deserve better. Or listen to all the messages on my YouTube channel, The Hidden Tears of a Black Male. Why do you call it The Hidden Tears of a Black Male, Anthony? Because it's after a book I wrote. If I was crying right now, you say, Anthony has a problem. He's crying. What is his problem? Ask him a question. So what are the hidden tears? Men wearing their pants below their waist, alcohol, illicit drug, or whatever you can think of. Those are hidden tears that need to be addressed. And you wipe away those kind of tears with truth. But before truth can be accepted, the person might recognize that they have a problem. So that's why it goes longer than that. But watch the video, and I'll promise you that you'll see something in those videos that you say, wow, I need to hear that. So it's not about the cover of my book. It's a table of contents, which is my brain, what comes in my mouth, revealed to you the pages by the topics that I think. We are a race of people can do better when it comes to relationship. We are, the day I saw a picture someone sent me, back in slavery days, young men dress up in hats, suit and tie, with whatever they have. Their parents dressed them up. You see fathers dress up with suit and tie, or even casual dress. Now, society has changed among our race. And if you are a black man, you have a professional job, you probably will dress professionally dressed when you go to work. You have black young men right now will go to a job not even dress appropriately and don't get the job and get mad that the person, they will get mad that the person do not hire them because of their appearance. Like I said, this message can go across any race of women, any race of people. Because I'm Black, I feel I should address the Black concern. So it's not I'm prejudiced against one race over another. I'm coming from my strong point, and when another race listens to what I have to say, and go, wow, I see it in my family. I'm married to a man who's acting like a boy. I'm married to a woman who's acting like a little girl. And the key is a lack of communication is a problem. How we communicate our concern, how we communicate, sweetheart, can we talk tonight? I want to discuss our relationship. I'm not happy. Oh, what do you mean not happy? You want to get a divorce? I'm just coming to you because I want to discuss something with you. Or you cheating on me? Baby, I want to discuss because I want to improve our marriage. I think we need to go to marriage counseling. Well, I'm not going to marriage counseling. You go, and then if I see any change, you then I may go. Or I'm not the problem, you the problem. Together, marriage should not be about when you become married and you're a married woman, it should be about coming together as two, one mind, one together. What's his is yours and vice versa. If you want to go out with your girlfriend sociably because you want to be with girls, then your husband should expect that. If he want to go out and his homie, he should respect that, but given rules and boundaries. Not he going up, he want a girlfriend, not you going up, he want a boyfriend. Because if you have a problem in your marriage and you do not discuss it, something's going to happen to cause it to come to the surface. I did a message many months ago. I said, you got men that being abused by women. Physically, they pull out a knife, they pull out a gun, they beat up their husband, they beat up their boyfriend. But you don't hear, when I was a police officer, I very seldom got a call where a man said, my girlfriend, my wife is beating me up. They won't do that. They'll say, calm before we get in a fight. They won't admit that. I know in the sign of my boy, there are men right now that in a relationship where the woman is verbally abusive, not encouraging, doesn't support, belittle them, make them feel bad, make them feel, less of a man, whatever a man is. And this man is weak-minded because he's a mommy boy, or he's weak-minded because he never had a father figure in the household to teach him how to behave. Likewise, the woman did not have a mother or father to grow up with. So our problem, men and women, is come from lack of communication, lack of education, lack of admitting that you have a problem, and lack of getting help and seek out the help that betters me and be example for the next young couple or the next young person you come up past. It'd be nice to walk in the mall and see nice young men dressed up, casual clothing, or women dressing casual clothing. Excuse me. I had this thing about my daughter. I see if it's too short, it become a car wreck. If it doesn't pass the quarter test, you can't wear it. And what is the quarter test? If I throw a quarter on the ground and you cannot pick it up without your underwear showing, throw that dress away. And someone said, what if I bend down appropriately and then pick up the quarter? You still got to throw it away. Young women might not be dressing. It just came back to me. A lot of females will dress certain ways because they're insecure. They're married, but they dress like a hoochie mama, like this lady told me. They're married and they dress inappropriately. And they dress a certain way. And then when a man or boy approach them, hey, baby, you look good. I can do a lot for you. I don't care about your husband. Come on. Then they get mad and feel offended that that boy, a man would not approach you that way. First, when I meet people, I say, are you married? I don't want to be offensive. Why? Because I don't want to talk to you married. I will ask questions. Are you married? Can we change phone numbers? So I'm married. So you got to ask the question. And someone will give you their number even though they're married. And then that's still not good too, because calling a married woman house or texting is still not good. Well, we can be friends. No, a single man should not be calling a sexual woman. He should not put himself in position or go places, be places where they are alone. I'm not saying they can't be friends, but there's a limit of that friendship. So I thought about it. I said, wow, that'd be nice to waking up one morning. When that happened, people be talking about it and say, wow, do you see the change in our young men of any race? They're not sagging. They're dressing up appropriately. They go on the job interview and they're not dressed inappropriately. You know, these females out there are not dressing, you know, so wearing clothes that you wouldn't even wear out, that you once not wear out in public. But now young people and older people are wearing clothing in a manner that reveals too much. People are going to church, and I see people going to church wearing clothes, and men and women dressing up like they're going to a club. I see women and men put stuff on Facebook. I saw this young lady put, so I'm married, getting married, had an engagement ring. But guess what she's wearing? I call it a bathing suit top and a two-piece. And I'm saying, baby, I say to myself, I said, baby, everybody don't see what your husband want to see. What's left? Remove the clothing. Do you know that when you put those kind of pictures on Facebook or any social media, when you go for a job, they look at it and see to hire you or not? Do you know you go to a church, the pastor, the congregation know what you look like because you got, you know, wow, females must stand on the side and show their way in. And then they have a link saying, hit this link and go to my private selection. Why I only go to private selection? We need to take our eyes off of self, women, because you deserve better. You don't have to dress up a certain way to attract a man. And if you are married, you should not be addressed. And I close by saying that if you are married, you should not have to dress a certain way, get attention and make your husband mad or jealous. A boy don't even care about that because he's not concerned with just you only. He's concerned about, yeah, I date her. And some women will know that their boyfriend or their husband is cheating on them, but they don't want to be homosexual. They don't want to be homeless within themselves. So yes, women, always remember, you deserve better than what you may be experiencing now if you fall into this message. Men, you deserve better to be better when it comes to meeting a woman. Begin to behave, begin to respond, begin to do the things you need to do to enhance that relationship. And I close by saying I was watching this show called Cheaters. People call cheaters and say, my so-and-so cheated on me, I don't have the proof. But guess what? This black female hired him. They follow this guy around. They get all kind of footage to show that he's actually cheating. So when they finally bust him and they hit the cameras on him, what do you think he said? Baby, I'm sorry. No, get these cameras out my face. You know, why are you doing this to me? Get these white people out my face. You didn't have to go through this and all this kind of way. So they went on the discussion. At the very end, he said, well, I'm going to counseling because she wants me to. Excuse me? I'm going to marital counseling because she wants me to. He only going to marital counseling because he wants her to shut up. But what made her thought that he was cheating on her, because he stopped talking and dressing and buying clothes that he normally didn't wear around her. His whole demeanor changed. And she noticed, like, what? He never dressed like that. He never talked that way. He's not walking like he got a strut to his walk. So she knew that he was cheating, and she probably confronted him about cheating instead of him saying, yes, I am cheating on you. I have cheated on you. I'm sorry. Let's get counseling. No, he started throwing a racial component into relationship too. So it's my hope for those of you who have joined, Miss Love, Miss Williams, and Andrea Lopez. Thank you for joining me. I know you came in late, but if you go to the beginning, I promise you that you will enjoy what you heard. And go to my YouTube channel and you see my many other messages. Hit the subscribe button. Share this message with your other friends. Let your friends, oh, by the way, if you want to make a comment now, you can. Share it with your other friends. Allow them to hear what you heard. If you heard something that, if you are married and you heard something that you said, wow, I am doing that. I am experiencing that. Share it with your partner. Share it with your husband. Share it with the boy that you're dating. And hopefully that they will see themselves in the message and say, wow, I can do better. I'm a black male. I'm a Mexican. I'm a Chinese. Whatever race that watch this video, they can say my wife deserves better. My girlfriend, who I'm going to marry, deserves better. I'm tired of living in a experienced relationship because this is not my first relationship. This is my many relationship. I want this relationship to be the last that I can say love me to hold to death do us apart, because I recognize I cannot continue to be. So women and men begin to look and call into question. Are you dating a boy? Are you married a boy? Are you dating a girl? Are you married to a woman? God willing, I'll be back next Thursday, continuing this series of women, you deserve better, and men, you need to do better. So thank you for joining me. Thank you. It's a pleasure to share.